Salvete omnes. This is Mr. Byer, and I am recording some notes since I can't be there today. All right. We are learning something about verbs. This is called the second conjugation, which is a fancy term for something fairly straightforward. There are actually two different families of verbs in Latin and in other Romance languages that inherit this from the Romans, such as Italian or Spanish, or probably the other ones that I might not know about. One family is the ones that we've done already, and that's on the left-hand column all the way down on your sheet, represented by the verb amo, amare, meaning to love. The verbs in lesson 10 that you just had on your vocab quiz, like habeo, habere, debeo, debere, terreo, terrere, and ageo, agere, all have another pattern. Amo, amare, and the first conjugation all have A's. I'll put that here. And habeo, habere, you will notice generally have the letter E in the same place. So, how do you find the stem of a verb? In amo, amare, make this slightly larger. If you box and chop your RE, which I would do better if I were there, but you can draw an X through that RE right there. You can draw a happy box around ama, and your stem will be ama, ending in an A. If you do the same thing to habeo, habere, chop the RE from habere, going to have a stem ending in a long E, habe. There are long marks on both of those, but I don't actually grade for them. Some people like to put them. All right, so the present tense, O-S-T, M-U-S-T, I-S-N-T. The present tense first conjugation, you just take the stem and add the endings from that lovely verb song you learned long ago. And so you would get amo, amas, amat, amamus, amatus, and amant. O-S-T-M-U-S, T-A-S-N-T. I love, you love, he loves, we love, you all love, and they love. Hopefully that sounds familiar, or looks familiar as you write it down. The exact same pattern is going to happen in the second conjugation. Take the stem, habe, habeo, habes, habet. Take a few seconds, and I bet you could predict the next one if you thought about it. Habemos is right. Habetus, and what do you think this will be? Habent. OST pattern exactly the same. And if you were translating habent to English, it's third plural, so they have. If you're insisting, you would say they do have. Or if you're emphasizing that it's right now, they are having. Those are the three ways that the present tense can be done in English. All right, so if you were to follow this pattern through into the future tense, same thing is going to happen. How do you do future? Again, it's two letters, B-I, right? So slightly irregular in a couple places. You might remember it goes amabo, amabis, and then you have comfortable pattern, amabit, amabimus, amabitus, and it's baseball season now, so don't forget, man on second, fewer than 2 outs. If you're not a baseball fan, you might not know this, but you should sometimes Bunt, I'm a bunt. I like to put a star next to the bunt and the bows in my notes because they're the only two that don't have the bi perfectly, but the rest, bow, bis, bit, bimus, bitus, bunt. There's your future tense pattern from back when we did verbs. Second conjugation will have the same pattern, but the stem is habe, so habe, bow, habe, bis, habe, bit. And at this point, if you wanted to abbreviate and just put the bimus or some other abbreviations, use your judgment. Have a bimus and a bitus, and don't forget to bunt, have a bunt. So identical patterns. The stems are different. So you'll have A's over here and E's over here. First conjugation, second conjugation. Future tense will be they will have. Future is always a will. And that's that. Flip to the back. The imperfect tense, past. 2 letters here. I used to have a sheet that said ba. So we're going to have a bomb. Watch out for that bomb there. And then totally regular. OST straight down. I'm a bus, I'm a bot. I'm a vamos. I'm a botus. And yoink. I'm a bont. Alright, hopefully again that looks familiar. That's how you do past tense with the BA. When you know it's identical in second conjugation, just the stem has an E. Habe bam, habe bas, habe bat. If you want to abbreviate, draw an arrow instead of writing out each word, or just write the endings. It's fine with me. If you want to write them out because you like to see it all laid out, do that. That's what I'll do just so that you can see it. But bam, bas, bat, bamus, batus, bunt. Habe bam, habe bas, habe bat, all the way through. No exceptions except for that bomb. And it would translate as they used to have, or they were having. If I have moved too fast, feel free to pause, rewind as needed. All right. Imperatives, which is a fancy way to say command. The singular is always the stem, so ama. The plural is the stem plus te, amate. And habeo is going to follow the exact same pattern. So take a few seconds and try to predict how would you say habeo's command forms? How would you say its imperatives? Singular and plural. 10 seconds. See if you can figure those out. Decem, noem, octo, quatuor, tres, duo, unus. And the answers are habe and habete. All right. And if you wanted to, if I were there, usually on the board, I try to make this point. First conjugation and second conjugation are really just one vowel different. Let's see if I can make this large enough so that you don't forget it. Larger, let's see here. What's 100 points look like? All right, so first conjugation in the left column is going to have an A. Second conjugation is going to have an E on the stem. That is it. All right, hopefully that made sense. Thank you very much. Valete omnes.